Go. It's EXT Radio.
This is EXT Radio.
was on a TikTok live on Gang Digitals with Rulani one day, and there was this guy, a South African guy called Malandro, that lives in Manchester in the UK, that was tuned in and played this song, and we were all just so mesmerised. There were lots of kind of nostalgic feelings that were created as a result of this song. And then we went down a different path, and it just kind of reminded me, oh my gosh, I've not yet played Malandro's song. So I thought I'd start today's show with that track. It's called Canic Chase, Malandro mix. So Malandro, I'm going to send this to you afterwards. I absolutely love this song. I just wanted to do a quick introduction and share a few things about the weekend, because I had my my third Metro FM mix played on yesterday evening, and that was, of course, beautiful to be part of the residency on one of South Africa's biggest radio stations. You know, it is such a blessing, and I do not take that lightly. And of course, on Friday, we saw one of the biggest mobilizations in a really long time in South Africa, because, you know, as I'm not South African myself, but I can only imagine the gravity and the enormity of the grief that is felt, because, guys, 5,578, I believe, is the figure. Forgive me if I've got that wrong, women died last year alone, with an increase in femicide rates, which is women dying at the hands of men, females dying at the hands of men, with 1,600, over 1,600 children dying in the last year alone. As someone who considers South Africa home, and has only experienced it in like 3-month intervals when I've been back and forth, you know, this just is kind of the impact of the patriarchy globally, is that, you know, there are going to be higher women dying at the hands of men, higher rates of sexual abuse being experienced by women and LGBTQ plus people and men. The patriarchy benefits nobody. The patriarchy also doesn't benefit men in so many ways, you know, and I feel like when you mix with that less education, a disenfranchised nation, there are higher rates of violence, in intimate partner violence and domestic violence towards in groups of women that are less educated. We know that to be true globally, but that is particularly true in the case of South Africa's kind of the global picture, as I see it, as someone that's external and has experienced South Africa like this. And this is a country that is just about as old as I am, you know. It's like a 31 or so year old country, still picking apart the remnants of the impact and those invisible lines that are still there from the apartheid times. And so with that means that there's going to be more of these ways to show control and domination, and not see women as human beings, not see the full humanity of women. And as a woman, I've only experienced this in the music industry, where I come over it, like I said, in small interim periods of time, where I'll experience, you know, not being seen in my full humanity, and being seen perhaps as this like new thing to add to people that are seen as things. And then I'll get home and speak to one of my DJ friends who is in South Africa, and she'll say, well, at least you get to go home. You know, at least you're not here like all the time, having to face them all the time. And that kind of, it really hits home. This isn't just, if we can imagine that over 5,500 women died just last year, with an increase since the pandemic in femicide rates in South Africa, you can only imagine the grievousness of everything else that's happening, like the sexual assault and the domestic violence, and all the other harm that comes around the impact of the patriarchy and all of these systems of domination. So my heart is heavy, and it's so beautiful to see such an international response. You know, my friend Lindy, who's been part of and and campaigning with Women for Change, led with Gossi, who's also in the UK, they're South African. They led the UK, the UK, what's it called, Women's Shutdown, on the day of the G20, which happened globally, all over. And that was just a real, like, moment to commemorate all of those lives lost, those lives cut short, all those women, all those children, and also to come together to say, like, no more, like, this has to be declared a national disaster, which it is. So with that being said, I have so much to say on this topic, honestly, but I would like to also take some time to, let everything land and come back, and then have a bit more time to reflect on things, which I think is always really important. This is the Daring Deeply show. Something is happening kind of nationally in South Africa, which I'm not South African, but then, so what is what place do I have to actually speak up? But then I can always speak from my experience. And I always want people and my people who meet me to know why I love South Africa so deeply. And so I think that I get caught in my hesitation around speaking for the truth, which is always what I intend to do, and not perceiving or allowing people to say, oh, South Africa's a bad place, and just like globally look at the history of what happened and the order of things that happened, and have you actually been there and met the people, because they are the most incredible people I've ever met. So I'm going to get into the next track, and I would like to, on Friday, I'll just quickly share this. On Friday I went to see Atjazz and Julian Gomez play in Camden, and it was probably like one of the best nights I've had in London in a really, really long time. The crowd was incredible. I've never seen Atjazz or Julian Gomez. Obviously, I hear about these guys from everybody, that all the producers and all the community, Deep House community. And so many people who've been inspired and influenced by these guys. It's really remarkable, incredible, actually. And being there and seeing them do a back-to-back, I felt like I had teleported to Cape Town, actually. It really felt like I had just stepped into a room in Cape Town. That kind of appreciation for house. It could go anywhere and everyone was just ready to soak it up. It was beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to get into a mix now. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're here on the Mixcloud, if you're here on TikTok Live, let's do a set. It's just me, so yeah, I'm excited to play some new stuff for you. Okay, here we go. Thank you for tuning in. This is Asanda London, and you're listening to The Daring Deeply Show. on the album Canvas of Sound by Maxito, featuring Dakosol and Vuvi. Enjoy. Pictures. one's called We Are Alone by Echo Deep and Incu5. Enjoy. We Are Alone.
Special.
because it's a radio show, and so I have to say the name of the track during the bridge. Okay, so this is 8-9 Music and Butler Music on their latest 4-track EP. I forget the name, but this track is called Let the People Dance. Let the People Dance. So beautiful. Hello to Colin, hi to Timon. Thanks so much for joining on Mixcloud. Yeah, enjoy. Let the People Dance by 8-9 Music and Butler Music. DJ. He has a project coming out called One of One, and this is the track One of One by Mr. DJ. is part of a compilation. It's Kalula featuring Abel K, and the song is called The Mission. I'm trying to remember which compilation this one is from, guys. I have a feeling it's from Tiani's compilation called The Undiscovered Series, but correct me if I'm wrong wherever you get a chance to comment. Alright, Kalula feat Abel K, The Mission.
In peace. Peace is not the absence of a problem. Peace is not the absence of a fight. Peace is not the absence of trauma or drama. Peace is when storms are raging, but you ain't lost your mind. Peace is when everybody's quitting, but for some reason you got your right mind and your right heart. And I speak over your life. I don't care what's going on in your life this year. God's getting ready to give you a peace that cannot even be quantified or explained. Somebody shout peace.
Is coming out with an album called The Outcast on the 12th of December. This song is called Peace, Just Be You Mix. Enjoy. This one's called Soul in Groove by Inspector Deep. I've had it on my USB for a while, and I was going through just my entire catalogue of 2,000 plus songs on TikTok Live the other day. And I was like, I haven't played this one in a while. And it just sounds just as it did when you first heard it. Soul in Groove, Inspector Deep. It's definitely another one of those songs that I was like, I need to bring some of these tracks back into my you know, the rotary that I work with every week. This is Soul Touch Deeps, Uhuru. What a gorgeous song. Enjoy. Uhuru by Soul Touch Deeps. make you moan. full disclosure. I'm sure you can already hear who this is, right? Okay, so King Touch and Andy Keys on Kites house mix with Bear Jams. Full disclosure, he sent me this track today. So King Touch, my dear friend, if you're listening and I wasn't supposed to play this today, I'm so sorry. Honestly, you sent it to me and I was like, okay, cool. So just assuming this is ready to go out. I freaking love this song, can't wait. My Jada. I do love this song so much. For those of you that are on TikTok, hi, my lovely TikTok family. I'm really enjoying getting to have this space with you guys, and you know, it really feels like, oh well, we all love this music so much and we care about it so much, and then now we feel less isolated in that love for it because all of us, like complete deep house heads, have found each other over there, and there's so many incredibly talented people as well. So it's really nice to get to know everybody. So in my 3 weeks that I've been doing TikTok lives, I'm loving it, to be honest. This is the Daring Deeply show, and we're listening to a song for my Jada by Napsol. I love Napsol. Enjoy.
My whole life. Maybe I'll be down to school up later in life. You ain't all shriveled up. We'll be all together. Be like Oscar Davis, we did that. You can have my one heart, my liver, my lungs, my kidneys, my blood, marrow, all that.
Extradiouque released People from the North EP on Grounded Records, and this is Shoreline. Enjoy. this beautiful song is Maveson, Ministry. I can't remember if I played it last week, but both this song and the earlier song, A Song for My Jada by Napsol, are from this compilation by Sambo SQ and the Deep House Space. I believe it's out or it's coming out in the next few weeks. So yeah, enjoy. Love this song and the project.
So all that I have to say must penetrate. You are my reflection. There's no other way to communicate. You are all I need to survive. You help to sustain my life. I don't know what I would do without you. Cause if I don't breathe, you don't exist. If I don't call you by your name, I've misrepresented my soul. You are my reflection. My smile in the morning, my healthy morning meal, my prayer in the afternoon. I call on you. I wake you up in me. Deep, deep in the center of my being, you are indeed a reflection of me. You are my good night's rest, my full day of accomplishments. You are a constant reminder of why I'm here. You, like me, bear seeds of relief to the world. We raise good crop for the hungry souls to eat from. We as a team walk gracefully, tilling the land. You are my reflection, so here I stand with you in mind. And every time someone smiles at me or gives reward, I know that you are here. You are my Sears portrait with no sitting fee. No time to rest when the world is at its knees. No time to make appointments, time to take notice. No waiting for your name to be called. I move to the rhythm of your heartbeat. Love, you are my reflection. With you I have no fear. With you there's nothing I can't bear. You are my weapon against enemies. Sometimes people think I'm crazy, cause with you I see no boundaries. A no limit soldier. A woman who's bared fruit and named in after you. Love with you is real. I have no doubt. Cause every time I speak, a breath of fresh air flows out.
I played this track, My Reflection by Rogue, on my Metro Mix from yesterday. I'm loving this song. I've played it pretty much every single day this week. Enjoy. Roke, My Reflection.
You are my seer's portrait with no sitting fee. No time to rest when the
And this is let me get everyone. Black Note, See a Sea Deep, Move Your Body, featuring Justin V. Okay, enjoy. Love this song and the whole project. Traces by the Godfathers of Deep House. and I say to you, this is Traces by the Godfathers of Deep. Do you think that means this is Timay Deep? Because my ears just gravitate towards this kind of sound, and every single time it's somewhere, somehow Timay Deep. And we always laugh about it because people call me obsessed with Timay Deep sound. Yes, I am. I'll say it, guys. I am, straight up. A couple of people, Timay Deep being one of them. Yeah, Traces by the Godfathers of Deep House. Enjoy. About 15 minutes, just under 15 minutes left. I wanted to find this song to play for you guys, but I can't find it, so I am just gonna play this one. Enjoy. I just played it just now. Could Be You and Kana on their project Outsiders 2. This song is called Time. Have you heard anything better ever? I'm mesmerised. Mesmerised. Wow. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes left. Thanks so much for tuning in. However you've tuned in, feel free to join the Daring Deeply family. You're most welcome. Thank you. When the track is just so beautiful and it's your radio show and there's no people here, so you're not like remembering that you actually need to bring in the next track, guys. This is Could Be You and Kana, aka Pierre Johnson, and forget his name, but Kana's other name. This song is called Time from Outsiders 2. I'm gonna play this song now. I was trying to find that song, but I couldn't find it, so I'm gonna play it next week. Yeah, okay, here we go.
Namhlanje mntase asibuyele ekhaya. Lalela mntase asibuyele ekhaya. Sizela nokuzojabulisa. Sikhohlwe kancane ngenkinga zempilo. Sikite silahla unyawo.
So if you're a Phonic Lab Records fan like me, supporter, follower, disciple, you'll know this song. It's by Sita, Black Afro K, and it's called Asi Buyeli Akaya. Black Afro K's Deep House Light Remix. Enjoy.
Let's be happy, oh. Mantentase, 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 asibuyele kaya. No, 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 no.
We've got literally 2 minutes left. I just want to say massive, massive thank you so much to everyone who has joined me today. Thank you for everyone that's here live. I appreciate you guys. Yep, this is Asi Buyeli Akaya by Sita Black Africa. And I am just deciding if I should let the song play out or if I should mix in another one. But that would be unfair, guys, so I'm just going to let it play out, okay? Alright, ciao. Thank you and see you next week.